Here are 3 things you can do to help boost your immune system if you are living with HPV. My name is Adrienne. I'm the Yoni nutritionist. I'm a holistic nutritionist that helps women heal the root causes of recurring vaginal infections, HPV being one of them because I was diagnosed with high risk HPV, the cervical dysplasia type, over 20 years ago. My past 5 pap smears have come back consistently normal, which means my once high risk cervical dysplasia is no longer at risk of developing into cervical cancer, and I have cleared and healed the infection. But I still have HPV because HPV never goes away. There's no cure for it. You're just clearing an active infection when you say clear it or heal it. Anyways, here are the top 3 things that I did to help me clear my once high risk HPV infection. And before we get into it, you have to remember that HPV is a virus. And depending on the level of cellular changes that are going on inside of your body, depending on the health of your immune system, and depending on other physiological responses that are going on in your body, inflammation, for example, will depend on how your body can either clear or heal an active HPV infection. So number 1 is making sure that you are reducing inflammation in your body as much as possible. Reducing inflammation means looking at your diet, reducing inflammatory foods, and eating more anti-inflammatory foods. Number 2 is making sure that you're taking specific supplements that are going to help to boost your immune system. Remember, HPV is a virus, and over time, because it's not an overnight process, you may notice that your HPV infection will improve and maybe over time clear. Of course, this isn't guaranteed, and this doesn't work for everybody because sometimes, unfortunately, it does lead to things like cervical cancer. It can happen, especially if you don't stay on top of your health. And number 3 is making sure that you're getting enough sleep. This is one of the most underrated immune system boosting tools is sleep, because that's when your body is healing and restoring and repairing itself. So making sure you're getting at least 7 hours of sleep a night, and if you don't, make up for it with a nap. And just remember, if you live with HPV, it's not an overnight process. It takes time, patience, and consistency. It took me years to get to the point where my pap smears started coming back consistently normal. And if you want to know what worked for me, I teach you all about that in my HPV healing guide with all of the foods that you can eat, the foods that you should be avoiding, the supplements you can take, the lifestyle practices that you can make so you don't have to figure it all out on your own, which takes a lot of the stress away when you live with HPV. If you want to learn more about how my HPV healing guide can help you too, click on the link in my bio.